guys. We're going to find out tonight because nothing is more important. Nothing is more important than decolonizing your gender, right? Because a binary gender is a tool of white supremacy. Let's read about it, guys. You got to decolonize your gender if you want to get in to the trans lesbian bars, okay? Now, this is by the brilliant Giuseppe Lopez. If you've spent time on native TikTok, have you guys spent any time on native TikTok? Or anti-racist organizing spaces? You may have heard about decolonizing your gender. Okay, what the fuck is an anti-racist organization? When they say anti-racist, they mean racist, okay? Because we all know that the solution for racism in the past is racism in the present, right? Now, make sure you like the video. Now, while the connection between gender and decolonization may not be immediately clear, you don't say that the binary operating systems that humans are born with, right? The binary looking glasses through which we diffuse our place in this world, male and female, right? You don't say that decolonizing your gender is not immediately clear, right? The connection between decolonization and gender may not be clear. Well, I don't think that anything that they say in this article is going to make any goddamn sense at this point, right? We're not even we're 2 sentences in, and I can already tell that I have no idea what the fuck this person is talking about. But let's see if we can figure it out. I mean, we're all smart here, right? We're all pretty intelligent. Let's try to figure this out. In simple terms, decolonizing your gender means undoing the colonial gender binary of what it means to be a man and a woman, and looking critically at how colonization has impacted what we know as gender today. Right? The colonial gender binary, right? Because no other society but white people had men and women, right? All the other innocent, peaceful tribes of the world, they never knew slavery, they never knew war, they never knew hunger or oppression or fucking or strife. They lived in a paradise. In a fucking mutt hut, in a fucking buffalo skin tent, fucking drinking water that gave them fucking dysentery, right? They didn't know anything about what a man and a woman was, right? And that's where we are. So we've come today in America, guys. We've come full circle, right? Because this motherfucker doesn't know what gender is either. Right? This retard is going to tell us about being gender fluid. Now, as you guys know, whatever you do, don't drink the gender fluid because this is what happens to you, okay? Let's go. Where's my sound?
Fluid. And for me personally,
she drank the gender
like
fluid.
every hour of the because I'm like against. So I'm gender fluid.
So she drank the gender fluid.
For me personally, like every hour of the day, a different pronoun feels more accurate and more affirming. So I have this problem.
They need a different pronoun, right? Now remember, a pronoun is a word to describe you, right, in past tense, right? They're possessive and they're tense based. Like he gave me $1. His house is down the street, right? Right? he possesses, right? So they need to change the words about how other people talk about them, right? This is about what other people say about you. It has nothing to do with who you are. It's what other people think, right? They want to control, they spend their time thinking about the words that you say. Think about that. Right? Tell me, honey, tell me about drinking the gender fluid.
Where if somebody asks for my pronouns, a lot of the time
If somebody asks for your pronouns, then we all know that they're fat, ugly, have no personality, and nobody likes them. There's nothing special about. If the only thing special about you is the made-up fucking word you want other people to call you, right? It's the bullshit that you can think you can force on other people. If that's the only thing special about you, then you ain't special, right? Right? You're just a fat, ugly loser with fucking dumb glasses and a bad hair color, right?
Saying something like, "Oh God," because I don't have like a good.
What? Do they want to be called God? Now I'm confused. I think they do want to be called God. I think that's the reason why they do this, is because they have a God complex. They want power over people, right? Right?
Good answer, and I'm not comfortable just going, "Oh, they, them," or any, right? And sometimes
this is what
people
happens when you drink
will
the gender
think
fluid, guys.
that when I say that, I'm reacting because I'm like against the idea of giving pronouns.
So am I. I think that we should call you what you look like, right? We should call them as we see them, right? That's the sign of a man that's comfortable with his world.
So everyone,
or whatever the fuck you think you are. A man, an ugly, whatever you are, right?
once in a while, I'll have like
I'll call you fat ass and retard. Fat ass was so goddamn annoying that I kicked their retard ass.
ally. Love that for y'all. Look at
Look at your dumb hair. Look at, why would you do that to yourself? I mean, I know why. Because you have no personality and it's the only way you can get attention, right? But I mean, it doesn't help you, honey.
And go, well, I'm asking your pronouns out of
Right?
respect.
You might actually be pretty, right? If you got rid of them stupid glasses and that dumb fucking hair, right? You're kind of, for a fat chick, she has a pretty face, almost a little bit, right?
Oh.
She's not bad for a fatty. She could be quite nice if only she would clean herself the fuck up, right?
And I'm like, no, I know. I don't have the respect for me.
Not with those tattoos.
At this point. Because I'm like against. So I'm gender fluid.
Yeah, so she's gender fluid, guys. But don't hate her. Don't hate Fatty McRetard, right? Because why? She's not retarded. She's not crazy. She's not oppressive and annoying and fucking laughing stock, right? No, Fatty McRetard, right? She's just decolonizing her gender, right? Now look, in most native languages, most indigenous language, Blackfeet included, there are no gendered pronouns, said Gladstone, who is Blackfeet, and Nimipus. There is no he, she, there is only they. My pronoun use is partly a way of decolonizing gender and myself. Right? Now, right? What do they mean by decolonizing gender? Right? What they mean is a woke social mind virus, right? What they mean is fucking freaks like this.
Yes, I do wish death on transphobic people because they wish death on me and have caused death to many, many, many of my brothers and sisters in the...
Yeah, guys. They wish death upon you. If you don't accept... Now, I have nothing against this person, right? Except for the fact that they want me dead, right? Because I won't bow down to their new fucking religion. I won't bow down to their trend, right? I won't fucking go along for the ride, right? Now, if I was sitting across from this person and they weren't a fucking unsufferable cunt, right? I would call them a girl. They look like a girl. Cursory glance at them, right? Besides that big giant chin, right? Right? Besides that, right? If they were bringing me my coffee, I'd be like, thanks, sis, or whatever, right?
The trans community. I want to stab all of you to death as many times as I can.
But now I don't like you. Now I would call you bro, right? Just because you're a prick, right? You don't deserve, right, for me to treat you as my equal, right? I would just call you a fucking cunt. I would call you bitch, right?
I want to
I don't know if that's a woman or not, but I know it's a bitch, right?
You in the throat and twist it like I'm carving a fucking pumpkin. I want to shred you into tiny fucking pieces.
A psycho bitch, right? Right? Yeah, if only she had a little gold cross, right? She might be a candidate.
I want to tear your fucking
when
bones
she's crazy like that sounds like more the kind of girl that I could lose a kind of couple weeks on.
Goddamn body. I want to scoop your brains out with
one.
a fucking spoon. I want to eat your fucking flesh.
Yeah, that's that. And then you wonder why people don't support your bullshit, right? You dumb fucking psychopath cunt. Now, but
they wish death on.
Is she just guys? Is she just a raving psychopath, right? That's gonna wind up shooting up a school full of little kids, right? You know how many trans people have shot up schools in the last year? I believe it's either 4 or 6. I believe it's 4 or 6 in the last year. Trans people shot up schools. Look it up, right? Nobody's talking about it, right? Not even me. Right? Back at you, faggot. Is that what you said? Oh, did they give you a note? Now, guys, is she just a psychopathic fucking little authoritarian Nazi? Right? Guys? Or is she just decolonizing her gender? Right? What does it mean? What does it mean to decolonize your gender? First, let's break down the idea of decolonization, or the process by which colonized people take their power back from the colonizers. Yeah, good. Are you gonna give us our civilization back? Right? Yeah, you guys can't go back to being a bunch of fucking hunter-gatherer and wandering nomads anymore, right? You have a smartphone in your pocket. You're welcome, right? You have clean water and clean food, right? You're welcome. Oh, you want to use the white man's technology to come out here and call us all a bunch of thieves and colonizers, right? Right? Like, this country is built out of immigrants, right? Very few of us were colonizers. Right? That happened in like 1600s, 1700s, and to some extent in the West, the 1800s, right? Right? So, who's the colonizer? Right? You are just as Western as I am. Look at you're using the white man's English on the white man's internet, using the white man's keyboard. Like, what the fuck, man? Underwater baked weavers, basket weavers. I think this person is being dramatic for clicks. Yeah, of course they are. Duh. But on this channel, we take people at their face value, right? Right? We take everything at its face value. We give our opinions about what we think is really going on, but at the end of the day, I have to report it to you like it's authentic, unless I can totally believe that it's not, right? right? They seem to be serious. We're going to take them seriously. Decolonization at its core is about taking down power structures. Yes, so insurrection. It's about insurrection, guys. Imposed by colonizers onto the colonized. And reclaiming land, knowledge, and cultural values lost to colonization. What? Like human sacrifice? Right? Isn't that what you guys did before we came here? Right? Didn't you guys the Native American Indian, whatever people, American Indian Native people, actually had a lot of, but no, they didn't. They fought us in wars. They killed like half of us all the time, right? Remember, we had to have like the army protect people traveling by wagons to Colorado and shit, right? No. These people were just as violent and as savage as we were back then. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to fucking hear it. You lost. Cry about it. Let's hear them cry about it. Across the country, powwows specifically intended for two-spirit people are carving out space to heal scars and build community. So what? You're born two-spirited because you're an Indian? Isn't that like saying all black people are stupid, all Indians are gay now? What does that mean? Right? Isn't that like saying all black kids are just as smart as white kids, or poor kids are just as smart as white kids? Right? Isn't that like that? In order to decolonize gender, it's crucial to understand the history of how gender was colonized. Yeah. And this person's going to show us what that's all about. Here's what it looks like to decolonize your gender, guys.
I want to try to define my gender, but it's really hard in 60 seconds, so I'm going to talk really fast. I'm gender.
They're going to define their gender, but it's hard. It's hard. I looked in my pants and I don't know what that thing is down there. I saw something and I didn't know what it was.
Fluid, and here's how that...
Oh, they drank the gender fluid, guys. You heard it.
I want to try to define my gender, but it's really hard in 60 seconds, so I'm going to talk really fast. I'm gender fluid, and here's how that works for me. Most of the time, I'm one of two, modes or mindsets. Most of the time, I am this weird amalgamation of, genders and vibes and essence and just being that...
Yeah, guys. They're just being. There are no words that can describe something like that. Look at that. What words can describe that? You can't describe me and give me possessive fucking capabilities. You're colonizing me. Quit colonizing me with your gender.
That I literally cannot define. I don't know. You're just going to have to take my word for it. It's like the universe. It's like ever flowing. There's sparkles, and it's just it changes over time, and it moves through each other, and it's never one thing. And then
I'm never a boy or a girl, but I'm both. I'm neither and both. You sound like a fucking hippie tripping acid, bro, I'm neither a man or a woman. I just am. That's what you sound like, literally.
Of the time, I'm just a void. There's nothing.
I'm a void. There's nothing, and it's everything at once. Doesn't that make sense to you? Why don't you understand me?
There's just an absence, and I don't know how else to describe it. So either everything or nothing.
It's everything or nothing. Either I'm a gay, trans, faggot, lesbian, fucking my own self in the ass, or I don't even have any emotions.
Those are the two that I'm usually in. But then every once in a while, and I don't know where it comes from, but I'll just be thrust back into a binary. I'll just be sitting there chilling, enjoying my life, and then all of a sudden I'm a man? Who asked?
Nobody. You're full of shit. Now, this person is lying, but not to you. They're lying to themselves. I know that for a fact, right? Because they've been colonized, right? Decolonizing gender means undoing centuries of teachings. Yeah, like physics and logic and biology and chemistry and neurology, right? You gotta unlearn all those things or never know them to begin with in order to believe any of this bullshit, right? Right? You gotta spend 20 years in a goddamn meth lab in order to understand any of this goddamn bullshit, right? And I'm telling you, I'm telling you, you gotta spend 20 years in a meth lab and you come out like this.
Hey y'all, do trans girls get periods? They definitely do.
He gets a period, guys. This guy gets a period. Right? Why? Because they put lipstick on. Obviously, lipstick gives you a period, right? That's the only thing that's a difference between boys and girls, right? Is lipstick.
Specifically, those of us who have been on hormones for a while.
Oh, and I inject myself. I inject myself with chemicals. So now, isn't that what women do?
100% get periods. This was suggested by someone who commented to bring this up.
I put lipstick on, right? I put lipstick on, and I shoot up. So now I'm a woman. That gives me periods.
For me, it didn't really kick in probably until about 6 months into starting hormones. But for me, it's usually about 5 days. The first couple days,
Look, bro, if you're bleeding out your dick, you got to get serious medical advice. You should see a medical professional. If you're bleeding out of your dick, you should see a medical professional.
Really bad PMS.
If you're bleeding out of your ass, you got to stop fucking with big black dudes. I'm just saying, bro. You know, maybe stop putting stuff up there. This is my advice.
And then it leans into feeling kind of like bloated and icky in my body. The cliche stuff of like wanting chocolate, like it's my job. And I have found that I track it. I line up with my wife, which is kind of helpful.
Oh, and they're married to a woman, right? So they're not even gay. So you're basically a dude in makeup and that found a dumb girl so that you can call you guys can call yourselves lesbians. So that you could be part of the crowd, right? So it's like remember when we were kids, right? And like a gay guy and a lesbian girl would get married, right? And then they would both be gay, right? And they would pretend to be married. These are straight people pretending to be gay so that they can fit in with like all the West Coast people, right? So that they can walk the streets of Portland. Like, if this dude was just a white dude, he would be called a colonizer. But now he's stunning and brave, right? So, this is straight people pretending they're gay so that they can be special, right? They can be special little snowflakes.
It's really helpful because oftentimes my thinking is really negative, and I deal with a lot of dysphoria during this period of time. And so I just wanted to pop on here and say that is
Imagine that. You come home from work at the steel mill, right? And your wife says, "Look, Bob, you better start taking hormones and putting makeup on because we're not getting invited to enough parties. It's your white maleness, right? And my straightness. We're just too straight and white, right, to be special anymore." Right? Oh, my God. Okay, so let's read what people say. Mental illness. Yeah, I think that's true. Okay. Dear trans women, stop making my sex. I'm not some empty-headed freak who just paints my nails and wears shorts and heels and does my makeup. Being a true woman is something that no biological man will ever understand. And I agree. I agree. Trey, this is off topic, but Why the fuck does Winnie the Pooh in the background have 6 arms? That's his thumb, dude. That's his thumb. Bleeding from your forcibly dilated wound is not having a period. Yo, that period pain that kicked in isn't period related. Probably caused by severe hormone problems. I'm going to like that. Like, okay. We should read the ones on this one. What does it say? I've decided that my life will be easier if I just ignore them and pretend they don't exist. Yeah. I mean, when have you really met one of these people? Right? I know real trans people, they don't act like that. I'm fat and ugly, and now I have access to TikTok. Yeah, and unremarkable, and untalented, and unintelligent, right? Right? That's what it is. I'm ugly, I'm fat, I have no friends, and I want to be special, right? If you have to concentrate on something all the time, maybe that's not real 24/7. Gender is crazy. This person isn't gender soup. They're just unstable. I agree. Oh my God!
Based on your culture and your cultural background.
Here's another one.
I'm glad you asked. Let's talk about it. So tri-gender and the way you identify.
Look at their stupid fucking makeup. They're tri-gender, guys. They're not bisexual, right? They're 3 genders. They're male, female, and what? Non-binary, right? Right? They're not fucking a bisexual. They're not a whore. They're not a pervert or a fucking what's the word? Degenerate, right? They're trigender. They'll try any gender. They'll try any gender.
Very heavily based on your culture and your cultural background. For example, I know in Hawaiian culture, there are 3 genders. There's a 3rd gender. I forget what it's called. I'm sorry, but if you happen to be Native Hawaiian, you could identify as that 3rd gender and then man and woman. Or if you happen to be, from Native Hawaiian background and on the other side you have...
Oh, she's decolonizing her gender. Guys, she's actually decolonizing her gender. Oh! Who can decolonize gender? When we talk about decolonizing gender, it's important to think about your own cultural context and identity. For indignant people, this might mean looking inward and to your elders. Hi-yo-ho, hi-yo-ho. I'm a hoe and I don't know what my gender is, and yo, I'ma go and fuck some holes. She's not insane, guys. She's just decolonizing her gender, and don't you laugh at her. Don't you laugh at her turning guns. Don't you laugh at her, Anthony. She's just decolonizing her gender. It's important to note that decolonizing gender does not mean appropriating indignant terms. They do not belong to you and passing them off as your own. No. How dare you tell me how I identify? If I want to identify as indignant, I will. What does two-spirit mean? Let's find out, guys. What does two-spirit mean? It means crazy. I bet it means crazy. Okay, who's this? Who's this freak? Let's hear what this fucking moron has to say.
So, I'm a gender. I don't have a gender.
They don't have any gender. They don't have any. They don't have any, yo. They don't have gender. They don't. No gender. They don't like blue or pink. Right? They don't take it in the ass. They don't take it in the pussy. They don't ride cocks. They don't fucking bang poon. Right? They don't do none of that. None of that. They're not asexual. They're agender. I think you're fucking intelligent. I think you're fucking normal.
I'm not a girl.
Abnormal.
Not a boy. Whatever.
What is on her head?
No, I don't expect.
That's the look at me, I'm special poof. Look at me, I'm special. Look at me, guys. You see my stupid hair? I hope that really pisses off my daddy. I hope my daddy is really mad at me. I'm gonna flip my little fucking flop. I'm gonna flip my flop.
But if you look at me and think that's a woman, okay. Here's where
What if I look at you and think that's a retard?
the problem comes in. If I then tell you, because you're like, oh, hey, lady or Mrs. or whatever.
Fucking
and I'm
freak.
like, oh,
Weirdo.
actually, I'm not.
Fucking bad haircut. She looks like Hitler. All she needs is a little Oh, she's got a little nose ring. Does she got a nose ring? I can't really see. Hey, don't blow it up. I still can't really tell.
Not a lady. I'm not a woman. I'm non-binary. I use they, them pronouns. If after that intervention, you're like weird or transphobic, NB-phobic, just ignorant.
You have your own airplane?
And
awesome.
lazy and just purposefully being obtuse for no reason.
Yeah,
Like,
see, I
here's
hate
the
my
problem.
daddy
You
hairdo,
don't
exactly.
have to know.
Daddy touched me in the shower when I was... She's Joe Biden's daughter, guys.
What my gender is. But when I share it, you better
share it. Why do they talk like that? They all
respect
talk
it.
like that.
You better honor it. You better use my pronouns or you're out of my life.
Good. Good. I would misgender you just so you would never talk to me again. Okay, guys. Did you know nature is gay? You got to decolonize your gender. This is what it means to decolonize
Nature
your gender.
is gay, and clownfish are trans. No, really, they are. All clownfish are born as males, but when the dominant female in a school of fish dies, a male can transition to female and take her place. And it's not just clownfish. The ability to transition between sexes has been documented in thousands of other species.
This is kind of true. And there's scientific reasons for trans people. I'm not, but this person might be trans. I don't know, right? But the last person we saw definitely wasn't.
Striped maple trees that can change.
Being trans doesn't mean you don't take a shower and you get a stupid haircut. It means that your brain is literally wired wrong and you want to kill yourself every time you look at yourself, right? And like once you transition and you don't kill yourself, you actually turn out to be, you know, a pretty normal person. Like trans people are actually more square than probably most of you.
Change their biological sex multiple
At least
times
the
in their
ones I
lifetime.
know.
And yes, trees have sexes. 2 banana slugs that are hermaphrodites have both male and female sexual organs, inseminate each other at the same time, double the pleasure, double the fun, and they have giant penises. So while humans might need some more help transitioning is nothing but natural.
She looks like the bad guy from that TV show Crazy Town that used to come on after you go out clubbing all night on Saturday. You come home like at 9 o'clock in the morning on Saturday after you've been raving all night, and you turn on Crazy Town, and like it's a bunch of like plastic looking people like that, fake looking people. Like you don't look like a girl, you look like one of those people in fucking the Hunger Games, like one of the fucking imperialists or whatever. Okay, let's see here. It's a guy that identifies as a girl, a lesbian.
So one particularly quirky aspect of my relationship with my gender is that if I don't look into a mirror, like about every half hour or so, I will forget that I am a woman and regress into just being like a little gender blob.
Well, if you got to remind yourself every half hour that you really are a woman, you probably aren't.
Like I just kind of forget that, oh, you know, here's my chest. Oh, you know, here's my outfit.
Yeah, because your shirt is what makes you a woman.
Just kind of being like, oh yeah, like.
And your stupid fucking hairstyle, right? Don't forget the dumb, stupid glasses, right? That's what all women look like.
I'm still the same guy that I was at age 20 or whatever. Anyway, dissociation is very fun. You should try it sometime.
Disassociation? I do. I take ketamine. It's a disassociative. I haven't taken it for like 20 years. Back since I used to rave. Keyword is blob. It's ma'am! All right, what do we got next? Oh, God. Oh, God.
So before anyone says I'm looking for sympathy, I'm not.
I'm not looking for sympathy. I just came onto the internet to cry about being misgendered. I just came on the internet, but I don't want your sympathy. All right? Just go ahead and hurl your insults, the slings and arrows, the cruel world.
Got into another fight with my parents about my freaking gender.
You got into a fight with your parents about your gender? Oh, did they call you by your name, by your dead name? Oh. See, look, just because you're fat and you smell bad and you're ugly and you have no talent and you have no friends and you get no attention at school because you're too stupid to be able to fucking pass a test, right? Because of all those things, it doesn't mean you're trans. It just means that you're a terrible person. It just means you need to, learn how to crochet, right? Go out there and be the best damn crocheter in the world, right? Macrame. Fucking learn how to fucking surf. Do something. God. That'll make your life fulfilling, right? All this gender bullshit, it doesn't make anybody feel better, right? It just makes them more miserable. Look at them.
Non-binary. I've been non-binary for a long time. I haven't come out until recently because keeping it in was just, I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't listen to myself be called she, and I'm like, well, my parents accept me for being gay, so sort of. So maybe they'll accept it.
SpaysE, you are my disassociative. Oh, thank you, Freddie. That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. Make wigwams great again, y'all. All right, fuck this moron. Let's see what they say. When I get back on my feet, I'm out of here. How did I know she wasn't on her feet and she still lived at home? Yeah, why else would she care about what her parents said? You know the easiest way to avoid the situation, move out. Yeah. How dare you disrespect my pronouns while I call you cisgendered, chest-feeding, and birthing human? What are you guys talking about? Let's see here. What is this? Me. Whoa. All woman and proud. Yeah. That's what a woman looks like. Does she got a gold cross on? Is that a gold cross? I believe it is. Oh, she's enough to make me a fucking sniveling pile of dirt. All right. Not saying parents can't be mean to their kids, but I know that I would have preferred a misgendering. Probably not alone there. At some point, as an adult, you're responsible for your own self-esteem. Yes, I agree. Right, yeah. Yeah, when I was a kid, oh man, if all my parents did was my parents did misgender me. My mom would call me a faggot, right? Right, my family, that's how I did grow up, right? Yeah, and I didn't give a shit about that. It was all the fucking mental and physical abuse that was, tragic. My parents accept me for being gay, so I had to go even further to get the shock value and victimhood status I really want. Exactly. And don't forget the attention, right? Because if you subscribe to this fucking bullshit, right, everybody will tell you how awesome you are, and they'll, like, all the other weird, ugly, fucking social misfits will want to have sex with you, right? Now you can bang girls, right? All you have to do, guys, all you have to do to get that hot piece of ass right there is just say you don't know what your pronouns are, right? That you don't have any pronouns. That you want to go by dick self, right? When Jesus comes back, who is gonna be the first to hold up a cross? If Jesus comes, I'll be the first. I'll be like, hey man, I never really I always thought you were real at least. I always thought you were a real person at least. No, if God shows up, I'll be like, oh damn, that must be God, right? God shows up like breathing life into fucking clay golems, right? I'll be the first to be like, oh guys, God is real. I just met him. He blew life into my fucking clay pot, and it came to life. Right? I'm not saying that I think God's out of the question. I just ain't never seen him. Right? You'd think if there was a God, he would, I don't know, be a God? I don't fucking know. I thought that's how it worked. What has this person got?
So, I thought I was looking pretty cute today.
Ha! Well, you thought wrong. Now I know that you're blind and stupid.
Not, super.
Why do they all look exactly the same? Why do they all look exactly the same? They all look exactly the same. Big chins, big, dumb, stupid glasses, bad, ugly fucking haircuts. Right?
I didn't do my makeup, but I decided to stop at Burger King before work today, and the guy, to my face, calls me bro.
That's not, and energy is neither created nor destroyed, and entropy in a system tends towards the maximum, right? Right? Energy is not lost, it just converts into other forms. What okay. That kind of proves that we don't, then that means that the universe will just run forever on its own.
Twice. And I know bro isn't inherently a masculine term.
They called you bro. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. That must be hard for you, bro.
But I guess
you got pink glasses on. How did they know you were a boy? How could they guess you had a penis? You had pink glasses on?
As him misgendering me?
Nothing means you're a girl more than having pink glasses. Right? And stupid hair. More like, bruh.
And I have trouble seeing why.
One.
I guess. I mean, fuck my shirt for one. Bra strapping,
Oh, guys. Nothing means you're more girl than having lips on your shirt. That's what a woman is. We finally figured it out. A woman has a fucking lip on her shirt and a V-neck, right? And fake cleavage they got by taping their fat titties together.
Literally got this just in his face, and he just calls me bro, twice.
No, probably bruh. Come on, man. Don't show me your fucking taped together fat titties.
I have a feeling it's probably my voice of all things, but it wasn't through the drive-thru or anything. This was to my face.
Oh, I'm gonna cry.
I don't get it.
Oh, just because you're a bitch doesn't mean you're a woman, okay? All women are bitches, but not all bitches are women, okay?
I don't know where to go with this. But it's upsetting.
It's upsetting. Oh, cry about it, bruh. Oh, bro, why you mad, bruh? I don't know what the fuck this is, but here we go.
I'm a proud he, she, they, them, whatever.
Yeah? Yeah? Well, well, at least you are as dumb as you look. It sounds like this guy's as dumb as he looks.
That's
rare. That's rare that somebody's as dumb as they look.
A boyfriend to a beautiful woman. I am a girlfriend to a handsome trans man. And I'm also a girlfriend to an incredibly beautiful woman.
Wow. Wow. There are little kids in the background. Do you guys see the kids back here? Why are there kids? Why is this guy talking like that to kids? Oh, I fuck a trans woman. A trans man. I'm gay, binary, non-fucking sensical. Bruh.
Growing up in this town, my mother always told me to love myself for who I am, not what I am not. Not all of us can be as lucky and have a supporter like that. In fact, I knew friends in school who would bring an entire change of clothes with them so they could dress the way that they felt inside and be free of persecution that they would feel at home.
There are kids in the back. Kids, what you need to do is go steal your sister's panties and bring them to school, and I'll help you put them on.
Or the sideways glances. One of the first things we learn in a healthy family is trust, and unfortunately, some parents don't trust their children.
Yeah, in my family, we learned about trust by touching each other's genitals.
When they say, "This is me."
Yeah, that's what I hear. That's what I'm here to teach your kids, is how to touch my genitals. You guys know that roughly one in like 5 students will be raped. Or, well, will have inappropriate contact with their teacher. Remember, 10 million students, right now, there are 10 million kids out there that have been, like hit on by their teacher, touched by their teacher, raped by their teacher, in a relationship with their teacher, to that effect, right? Like, 1 in 10 students, that's what it was, 1 in 10, right? Roughly 10 million students, right? 1 in 10, right? Get raped, get inappropriately touched by their teacher. And I bet that's how this guy is going to lose his job. All right, next, it's this bitch right here. So this guy right here, like, puts a dress on and goes to restaurants and then films them misgendering them, right? And then he acts like it was stabbed in the heart, right? And so that he never has to pay for his meals. All right, let's go. This guy's just hustling these people out of lobster and shit. When you look at the shit he orders like the most expensive shit on the menu, right? Like, it's always like clams and lobster and steak and like 5 plates of shit. Because he expects to be misgendered. And he's going to walk out and not pay the bill. Right? That's what they're doing right now.
I know it was not in bad faith. It so rarely is, but it still hurts a lot.
It hurts when they misgender me. That's why I film every meal I have at a restaurant, right? And order the most expensive shit on the menu, right? That's why I do that, right? Because it hurts so bad. It's not to get a bunch of money off of fucking TikTok and to get like a fucking $500 fucking dinner for free. No, it's literally because of the pain of you calling me a boy when I clearly look like a boy and sound like a boy. This is like the 10th one we've seen of this person.
Hey, sorry, I'm gonna head out. The server called me sir, unfortunately, so it just kind of just like.
It's like, why would you walk around with the camera filming yourself eating at all these restaurants all the time, right? You know what's gonna happen, right? Look at him. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. It hurts deep in my fucking fuckhole, in my surgically created vagina tube.
Even though I know he didn't mean it, it was like, it just hurts every time. It's like so hard to sit down and have a meal after that happens. It's okay. I know he didn't mean it, but it just hurts.
It's so hard. It's so hard. Right? Listen.
Even though I know he didn't mean it. Hey, sorry, I'm gonna head out. The server called me sir, unfortunately, so it just kind of just like. Even though I know he didn't mean it, it was like, it just hurts every time. It's like so hard to sit down and have a meal after that happens. It's okay. I know he didn't mean it, but it just hurts. But I'm sure. Huh? Okay. Wait, what were you saying?
Looks like they smoked all their teeth up too. Looks like they're smoking their teeth up at an alarming rate. Yeah, these people are all on drugs.
Another
time.
Another time. Thank you. Even a free meal is not. I think I'm gonna.
Yeah. See, free meal, a free meal, right? And guys, Lily Loveless, right? You can support them on Patreon so they can make more videos of them dining and dashing, right? When I was a kid, we would just run and leave. We would get up and run out, right? We would come in and we'd order steaks and fucking, and then we'd run. We'd leave. Or we'd get breakfast at Perkins. I've done that before. I'll admit to that. I actually did that one time. I did Perkins. We dined and dashed, and I did Outback Steakhouse one time. Right? At least we had the decency to, not, ruin another person. We already ruined your day by not paying, right? At least we didn't try to get somebody fired on top of it. At least we had the decency to steal the goddamn meal, right? Tam said he's going to try that shit. Are you a girl, Tam? I think you told me you were a girl one time. Well, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Tell him not to forget his prostate checkup when he turns 50. Right? Yeah. What are the archaeologists going to say when they dig up your bones? They're going to be like, oh, this guy liked to shove lots of things up their ass. I didn't make that joke. I heard that from somebody else. He probably gets it checked every night. His prostate. He probably gets his prostate checked every night, guys. All right, yeah, so U.S. struck Yemen, right? All the fucking hostages are dead in Israel, according to Hamas. Probably dead. China may have invented a new brain virus in their labs. They claim to have a 100% mortality rate. You got to decolonize your gender, guys. Make sure, I want all of you tonight to think about your whiteness and decolonize your gender. And don't stop. Don't stop until you don't have any gender left. I got caught stealing the Prince single from the Batman movie. I got caught stealing Alice in Chains' Jar of Flies. Yeah. It's a good album. At Booth's Corner in, I want to say Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. Booth's Corner. It's like the Amish market. That's what we called it, an Amish market. It's like an Amish flea market. And I got caught stealing at the 7-Eleven when I was a kid. Okay, so, like, when I was a kid, okay, I grew up real poor, right? So, we didn't always have, like, food and shit at my house. That's not reason to steal, right? But I didn't know any better, right, when I was a kid. And, so, right, I figured out that every morning when I went to school, right, I could pretty much steal anything I wanted from the gas station because there was like 100 people in there, right? So that's what we do. Me and my friends, we do that every morning. We go up on our way to school. We would steal a bunch of fucking candy, right? And I would sell some of it at school, and then I would eat it, and that would be like my food, like all the time, most of the time, some of the time, right? I also steal pretzels on the way to school if I could. Like there's these Ben Franklin pretzels. If you're from Philly, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, and they would drop them off like at all the little delis around town. And so on my way to school, I would, sometimes I would get up like a half hour early and walk to school just to make sure I could get pretzels. And then, like if I was really hungry, and like so, yeah, because like at lunch, like that was my lunch was pretzels and candy, right? Because we didn't have like hot lunch at school. You had to bring your own lunch, and I didn't have any lunch, so that was my lunch every day, right? And fucking well, one day, right, I rode the bus to school because I was running real late, right? Oh, no. My mom didn't want me being late to school, right? Because I'd be late all the time walking to school. So she made me ride the bus. She, like, stood at the bus stop and made me get on it, right? Right? Because she was a bitch, right? She didn't want me to have shit, right? She did. Literally, that's what it was. Like, she didn't want me, like, coming home with food because she wanted me to starve or something. I don't fucking know. But anyway, so that day, right? Well, now I don't have any candy, right? Or nothing. I don't have shit, right? So on the way home from school, fucking went into 7-Eleven and started fucking filling up my backpack like I would do in the morning time, and they fucking caught me, right? Because there's nobody. There's like 3 people in the store, right? And then in the morning, there's like 100 people in the store, right? This is Philadelphia. It's like 5 million people in the city, right? There's like 100 people in the store, right? There's nothing they can do. They got a line full of people, right? Right? But at nighttime, right, that shit don't fly. They were on me, too. They knew what I was there to do. Right? They're probably the same people that worked in the morning. I don't fucking know. You're good at stealing? Oh, at starting shit. Yeah, so, yeah, I got caught. I went to jail. Like, the police took me to jail. I was, like, 10 years. I was 9 or 10 years old. And you think I had it bad? My brother had it way worse. My little brother had it way worse. His mom was, like, really bad. Really, really bad. So, he never had a chance, my little brother, man. Anyway, yeah. So, that's my story of getting arrested when I was a kid for shoplifting. And then I got arrested again for robbing cars when I was like 14. Not stealing cars. My little brother stole cars. But now I don't steal. I haven't stolen since I ran away from home when I was like in my mid-16s. Like 16, almost 17. Cool, guys. Yeah. So that's it. That's my story of getting caught shoplifting and stealing from cars. Oh, and I did steal again because dining and dashing is stealing, I guess. But that's not really. No, it's more of a fun thing to do. You do it more for the fun of it, right? And to get the free food, but also we could have paid for it. We just didn't. We're being assholes. All right, yeah, so that's it. So Robert Plant's badass. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, now I haven't been. I hardly ever get in trouble. Like I don't hardly do shit. Like I only been caught selling drugs one time. That's it. All right, guys. Well, as you know, YouTube fucking hates this channel. They fucking strike me. They take away my good channels. They fucking demonetize me. And they hide my show from other people so that my channel will never grow. So if that's why I depend on you guys' support. So if you guys could just check your make sure all of your notifications are turned on and that you're all still subscribed. No, my birthday's not on the 9th. My birthday's in June. Yep, June. Yeah, so, and I don't even have all my links. I can't put links in the fucking chat anymore, in my descriptions anymore. They took away that too. So I can't even put my Patreon link in the description anymore. But Blind Dude, you became a Patreon. Thank you, Blind Dude. You're a fucking badass. You're a badass, bro. Thank you so much. You're a fucking badass. Yeah, so if you guys want to support, this is my Venmo. I got that earlier. So there that is. But yeah, no, I can't even put links into my Patreon anymore or nothing. Or to websites or not. I can't put any links in my descriptions at all. That's a bunch of bullshit. Yeah. Well, if you send me an email, I'll give you an address. Here, I'll give you an address if you send me an email. I have an address you can send stuff. As long as it's not like... Well, shit, you can even send weed now in Ohio. I can have up to, like, I think a quarter pound of weed now. Sorry, it's dark in here. Here, send me an email. Yeah, yeah, Ohio, baby. Oh, it's a federal. Then how does all the? I don't think it's illegal for me to receive it. I just think it's illegal for you to send it, because I can buy weed online and have it mailed to my house, right? There's companies that tell me that because I live in Ohio, I can have weed mailed to my house. No, it's illegal for you to send it, but not illegal for me to receive it. Because there's companies that literally will mail weed to your house right now. I don't fucking know. I don't think they're in state. I think they're not in state at all. Mood Cannabis. They'll mail it straight to your house. If you live in a legal state. So, I don't know. I guess it's legal. Where they're at, maybe it's legal to send it. I don't fucking know. I have no idea. I just know that they can mail it to me. I imagine it's because of I live in Ohio. Because you have to live in a legal state. Why are you ready to flip out over Tam Tam? Better dead than red, indeed, Freddie. Yeah, no, I mean, I smoke really good weed all the time. Like shit that's like purple and pink and shit, and fucking covered in fucking crystals, and it has lab reports and shit. All right, guys. Well, I want to thank you guys all for coming out. Oh, man, we've been going a while. What time is it? Damn, it's 11:30. This was a 2.5-hour show. That's pretty good for a late show. I don't normally go that long. I normally do like an hour and a half. I had fun. So I'm going to delete this video, but I'm going to chop out like the 2 different parts of it, and just all the stuff at the beginning I'm going to chop out. And just chop it into 2 parts. So there'll be the gender fluid part, and then there'll be the World War III and all that bullshit. All right. All right, guys. Well, I will see you tomorrow for the press secretary. Remember, we go live with all kinds of content whenever the fuck I want. What? You want to fight about it? All right. The best way to stay informed is to subscribe and click the little bell, and that way you never miss a single live broadcast. I want to thank everybody for coming out. Big shout outs to Blind Dude and Freddie for hooking it up. Blind Dude became a Patreon because he's a fucking badass. All right, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Bye. No, we got a song. All right, let's play it. I don't hear nothing. There we go.
Don't piss me off.
Nice record. Who picked this out? Me too. Girl gone dog. Good spin, girl.
Don't piss me off. I suggest you don't piss me off. And again, don't piss me off. I suggest you don't piss me off. And again, don't piss me off. I suggest you don't piss me off. And again, don't piss me off. I suggest you don't piss me off. Don't come to my rave and piss me off. That's not
don't come to my rave.
Don't piss me off. Buy out the bar. Don't piss me off. 10 mad, 1 bottle. What's piss me off?
Hey, that's me.
Don't piss me
yes.
off. Look on the head. Don't piss
that's
me off.
Me.
That DJ's dead. Don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. I suggest you don't piss me off. And again, don't piss me off. I suggest you don't piss me off. And again, don't piss me off. I suggest you don't piss me off. And again, don't piss me off. I suggest you don't piss me off. Don't come to Manhattan and piss me off. The food in my fridge.
Don't come to Manhattan.
Piss me off. Lose my remote.